Whenever I'm looking for a product to incorporate in my day-to-day life, in my business, whatever the case is, one of the things that I look for the most is, does this product do its job well? And there's nothing that I love more than a product that does its job extremely well, that's affordable, and that's also reliable. It's why I love my Garmin watch. It's why I love my Toyota 4Runner. It's why I will always own a Mac, because these things have done their job extremely well for me. And so that brings us to today's video. So I was recently approached by a company called Fixed, which is a company trying to make cars easier to understand for the average person, which is something I can totally stand behind. And they sent me their Fixed OBD2 port sensor. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry, because I'm going to explain the entire thing, but I'm going to tell you that this product does its job extremely well, and I had to talk about it on this channel. So let's get started. Now, full disclosure, Fixed did send me this for free, and I do have an affiliate code with them, meaning that if you follow the link in my description below and you buy a Fixed OBD2 port sensor, I get a commission off of that sale. But like I've said in other videos before, I do not promote any products on my channel that I wouldn't actually use in my day-to-day life. And though they did send me this one for free, and they also sent one for HP as well, I am going to buy 10 more of these to go into my Turo fleet. I'm going to buy 2 more to go into my sister's and my dad's car, because I really do believe that this is a product that everybody should have, because it is so incredibly helpful. Now, what this Fixed sensor is a Bluetooth and mobile-friendly OBD2 port sensor. Now, I've talked about OBD2 port sensors in the past because I believe that it is a crucial tool that anybody who does Turo must have. Now, these are OBD2 port sensors, and I've talked about these a lot on the channel. Now, these can range in price. You can find them for thousands of dollars for like high-end mechanic-grade OBD2 port sensors, or you can have like more of the entry-level ones like I have. This is like a $50 one, which is not even mid-tier. It's still considered entry-level, but I think this one's really confusing to use, so I don't use it. I instead use this $15 basic one that I got on Amazon. Now, what an OBD2 port sensor does is you plug it into your car and then it tells you what's wrong with your car. So if, for example, you have a check engine light, an OBD2 port sensor can tell you what's wrong with your car and what that check engine light means. I truly believe that anybody who has a car should have one of these, and I think if you're operating a Turo fleet, you need more than one, most likely. But what this does is pretty much everything that this device does, but so much more. So here we have the Fixed OBD2 port sensor. We take it out of this box, and then here is the OBD2 port sensor. Welcome to my garage. This is my Toyota Yaris, and this is the Fixed sensor. So this is a car that spends 100% of its time on Turo. I never drive it for personal use, and I'm going to use this Fixed sensor as a way to help me keep track of not only potential engine issues, but also maintenance as well. It's really hot in my garage considering the fact it's November. So the first step in installing your Fixed into your car is to install the Fixed app. Now you will see an iPhone screen share pop up in 3, 2, 1, right about there. And the Fixed app I already have installed, but you can find it in the App Store by simply searching Fixed. And you can see it right there. So I already have it, so I will just simply not install it because I don't need to install it a second time. So once you open the Fixed app, you'll see here on mine that I already have my 1997 Toyota 4Runner uploaded into the Fixed app. Yes, it does have 312,000 miles on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little car icon in the left-hand corner. Then I'm going to click on the arrow in the right-hand corner. And then it says set up new vehicle. Do I want to select an option of new sensor, existing sensor, or I do not own a sensor? I'm going to do a new sensor because this is a new sensor that I've never used before. Then it's going to give you the option to take a photo of the sensor. So on the back, I'm going to cover mine so that none of you guys see the sensor ID. I don't know if that's important or not, but I probably shouldn't share that. On the back of this code, there's a sensor number, and that's like the number that's associated with this specific sensor. So I'm going to just simply type in this sensor number. Then from there, what it's going to do is it's going to tell me how to install my Fixed sensor. Now again, this is simply going to just plug into the OBD2 port. So let's install that right now. So next we need to install it. So this is going to just plug into the OBD2 port sensor in the car. And the Yaris, the sensor is right here. But it's in different locations in different cars. Sometimes it's in like this cubby hole thing. Sometimes it's like further down that way. It really depends. So you'll just simply plug it in just like that. And then you can see there that it's all plugged in. So now I will just follow the rest of the instructions in the app. All right, so now that it is all plugged in, I'm going to click sensor is plugged in. It is now scanning. And it says new sensor nearby, tap to set up. So now it says name your vehicle. So I'll name this one 2007 Silver Yaris. I also have a blue Yaris. That's why I'm specifying silver. and then I'll just simply click submit. So once you name the vehicle, you will get brought back to the home page. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna click tap to scan. That way it communicates with this scanner. Now you can see here that the scan is complete, and it says right here that there were no problems detected, but had there have been any issues, then it would have come up either red or yellow, depending on the severity of the issues. But the great thing about Fixed isn't the fact that it just tells you if you're having problems, because the traditional OBD2 port sensor does that as well. What I really love about Fixed is the fact that it gives you a really in-depth diagnostic report of what is going on with your vehicle. First and foremost, you can do an issues forecast. And with this issues forecast, it can pull data from other vehicles with similar mileage, with similar make and model, and it can figure out what may happen in the future to your car. In this case, and with the case of this 2007 Toyota Yaris, it says that a camshaft position sensor, a crankshaft position sensor, and a cylinder misfire issue all could happen with this car. In fact, a crankshaft position sensor is something we've already replaced on this vehicle before. So that is extremely valuable. You can also do an emissions pre-check on the car as well. So whenever you get a car inspected, in order to renew its registration, you have to do an emissions test. And sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not a car you have will pass emissions until you actually go to the inspection place, pay your $20, and then find out if you passed or failed. Well, this app can tell you whether or not you would pass emissions in the vehicle's current state. That way you can avoid taking it to an inspection station just for it to fail. Another great feature of this app is the fact that you can check recalls. You can also keep track of maintenance as well. And this maintenance feature is really why I want to get 10 of these to keep in my vehicles. So let's go ahead and set up the maintenance feature on this 2007 Yaris. So first and foremost, let's set up the oil feature. So I'm going to click oil setup, and then from here it tells me to tap below on how often I change my oil. I change my oil on my Turo cars every 5,000 miles. So I'm going to click 5,000, and then I'll click setup. The last time this car had an oil change, it is due at 147,000 miles. It has 145, so it had a oil change at 143,000 miles. So now the oil change is set up. So next I will go to battery. Now this is a cool feature. You click on battery, and now you can measure your battery voltage. So I'm going to click measure. It says, please make sure your engine is off on your 2007 Toyota Yaris. I'll click start test. Now right here, it's going to test my battery, and it's going to tell me how good my battery is and what type of voltage it's putting out. So the battery test was a success, and it is putting out 12.9 volts, which is just about where it should be. Next, we're going to do tires. Now this is another cool feature that I think is oftentimes overlooked. Now the cool thing about measuring your tires through Fixed is the fact that they do the old school penny method, where you put a penny in the tread and then you measure based off of Lincoln's head. Now this is the way that I measure my tire depth, and it's the way I've been doing it forever. So the fact that they incorporated it into this app I think is pretty cool. Now I recently replaced the tires on this vehicle, so I'm just going to put it at, you know, maximum tread. So right at Lincoln's mouth line. I'm going to do that to all four. And next I'm going to do windshield wipers. Now I replaced all my windshield wipers on my vehicles during quarantine, so around April, so I'll just click April 21st. And now you can see that the vehicle is all set up. So it gives me a timeline on how often I should expect to do certain maintenance and repairs. It gives me a gauge on how my tires are doing, my windshield wipers, my oil, my battery, and so much more. This truly is a all-in-one tool solution for anybody who has a vehicle, but especially anybody that has a Turo fleet. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, whenever Fixed approached me and asked me to become an affiliate with their brand, and they wanted to partner with me and they wanted me to advertise them on my channel, I was going to say no. And the big reason for that was because of the fact that I had never heard of them. And I'm a big believer in not promoting products that I wouldn't use in my own personal life. But after one 20-minute call with their marketing team, and after using the product myself, I realized just how much value this product holds. Not only for people who have Turo fleets, but also for people that just have a car. Not everybody has an experienced mechanic at their disposal to help them at their beck and call. And that's really where the value of Fixed comes in. Fixed allows you to kind of peel back the curtain and see what's wrong with your car in real time. You can scan the car, see what's wrong with it. You can kind of troubleshoot any maintenance issues that may arise in the future. And their premium subscription option also has the ability to talk to a master mechanic, meaning that if you need to pick an expert's brain as to what could be wrong with your car, you could do that through their premium service as well. The best part is that Fixed only costs $20. It's the exact same price as an entry-level OBD2 port sensor that you can find on Amazon, but it does so much more. It really is a great bang for their buck. And if you're wanting to get the premium service where you can then go and talk to their master mechanic, then that's something something that you can do as well. Now, if you guys are interested in checking out Fix, then I do have a link in the description down below. I will also pin it in the comments section as well. You can follow that link and you can purchase Fixed on your own. It gives you access to the app, it gives you access to the sensor, all for under $20. Now again, for full disclosure, I do make money off of that. That is an affiliate link, so for every one of you that buy a Fix sensor from that link, I do make money off of that. And Fix did send me this initial sensor for free, but I am going back and buying 12 more out of my own pocket for my entire Turo fleet, as well as my dad and my sister, and I'll probably honestly buy one for my stepmom as well, because I think that there is so much value behind this tool. I really do think that anybody who has a car, anybody that doesn't know a whole lot about cars, this is a valuable tool for you. And because of that, I had to make a video on it. I think that this is so incredibly valuable, and I appreciate Fix for reaching out to me, and I am excited to install all of these onto my Turo fleet. I will definitely do a follow-up video giving you guys my thoughts on how this has helped me, helped my fleet, and helped me maintain my vehicles and keep up with maintenance, because with 10 cars, maintenance can become overwhelming relatively quickly. But with that being said, you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts, so make sure to leave a comment down below, and while you guys are at it, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.